In making my contribution to the address and reply, I want to start by thanking the voters of the Scullin electorate for putting their trust in me. For the fourth time, it's a very humbling privilege, and I thank those who did support me, but I acknowledge that many did not, indeed more at the last election than at the election before it. And that's something that I have been reflecting on, and I commit myself here as I go about my work as the member for Scullin to earn the trust, if not always the support, of all the people I have the privilege of representing. I think this is an important point right now at this juncture in democratic politics, where we know that trust in politics and political institutions is much lower than it has been, much lower than it should be, much lower than it needs to be. I am very conscious that for all of us who come to this place, we bring our values, our sense of how the world should be, our sense of the role of government. But for us to be able to play out these debates about how our politics should be, this must rest on an understanding and appreciation across the community that the work we do in this place matters, that it can improve the lives of our constituents and people around the country. I think rebuilding a sense of trust and confidence in this institution, this parliament, is absolutely vital. And I hope that over the course of this term in parliament, I can do more to engage with the full diversity of the people who I represent in the Scullin electorate. I stand here in this parliament because of the support of the voters of the Scullin electorate, but of course I only stand here because many worked hard to make Labor's victory in Scullin a reality. And I want to acknowledge some of those people who made a real contribution to my campaign and to acknowledge the debt I owe to each of them. I think about Helen Said, I think about Paul Bruce and Carla Seidel, Rana Jarvid, Jim Kerrin and everyone from the men's shed at Layla, Tom Watkins, David Canavo, Chris Pavlidis, who's given so much to community for so long, as has my friend Suchet Nunal and all of his family, to Connie Boglis, to Brian and Ellen Smitty, to Jim Bannon, Vince O'Grady, Anthony Mancuso, Samil Demir, Sonne Delican, to Ray Rosales, to Nessie Sayer, to Judy Snell, to Nora Rocker, to Yogi Thurunatram, to Yami El-Rassi, to Pam McLeod, to Maureen Corrigan, to Joe Caruso, to Stephanie Santos, Sam Alessi, again a giant of the community, Regina Huning, a person who's done so much and has been going through very difficult challenges in her family. I'm thinking about her and Emily as I stand here now. Eugenia Pavlopoulou, John Fry and Joe Petrucci. I stand here because of all your work and your support, and I'm always grateful for both. I recognise that as well as the fantastic team in the electorate, and just so it's on the record, I'll go through Laurie, Sally, Nick, Alice, Zoe, Eric, Ola and Sasha, who worked for me in the last term, and to Lachlan, who also worked with me in my portfolio responsibilities.